Hey guys, Phil here with Dorkhammer, and in this video we're going to be going over the Empire Army book for the Warhammer Armies Project. This is another recommendation I got on the channel, so I'll just keep taking them. So if you're not familiar, basically Warhammer Armies Project is the ninth edition of Warhammer Fantasy, unofficial, because it got pretty much given to Axe back in 2015. But these guys got together and made their own version of ninth edition, and it's pretty dang good. Anyways, so here is their book. I have not seen this yet, so let's get to it. Okay, so first thing first, guys, we're going to be going over the Army special rules. Okay, so first thing is let's look at the state troops. Blah 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 blah. Let's look here. State troops are trained to support and protect each other in battle. If enemy declares a charge against a state troop unit, and if state troops do not flee at the charge direction, then all engaged state troop units within 3 inches can make a support fire or counter charge. If I remember correctly, this used to be called a detachment. I haven't played Empire. I can't remember the last time I played them, and either me being them or playing against them. Oh no, I have played them recently actually, but these detachments, I think I played my buddy on an 8th edition game, and he's actually going to be playing in a campaign we're doing with Empire, so I have to get used to this. And I do think it was detachment. So basically, it means that like a main group of guys can have a couple of detachments. I'm not sure how many, and maybe there's like a minimum, I'm thinking, and those guys can be separate from the group as long as they're within 3 inches. I guess it's kind of similar to like a Skaven Warfire Warp Weapons team, where it can be within 3 inches and then they're part of the group. Okay, these actions are declared immediately after a state troop charge reaction. So basically, like I say, you have 2 units of handgunners that are detachments or state troops. They can both shoot as well as your main guys, I guess. So if they have something to shoot with, or they all react together. So pretty cool. Additionally, a state troop can only declare 1 support fire action, 1 stand and shoot reaction, or 1 counter charge per turn. Okay, so a state troop can only declare 1 support fire action. Does that wait? Okay, so maybe I misunderstood. Oh, so it's only 1 support. So I'm guessing that's 1 each. One for each. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong there. Okay, so support fire. The state troop unit can only declare a support fire action. It has at least 1 model in the unit. Is armed with a missile weapon, and the ranged weapon between the charge unit and the charge whatever is greater than the charge. So it has to be further than the movement characteristic of the guy. So it can't be within like 4 to 5 inches. Okay. So I think Empire's 4-inch moves. Okay, so if support fire is declared, the unit makes an immediate out of sequence shooting attack. Resolve, blah blah blah. Basically, just stand and shoot. I'll say all incidents from the charge are combined when determining if the required to take heavy casualties. So basically, yeah. Okay, so they can just help out. Counter charge. If a counter charge action is declared, the unit makes an out of sequence move that is resolved, just as if you declared a charge against the charging unit. That's kind of cool. So basically, you can kind of have guys get in the way, or maybe they can take the first grunt of it, or maybe I don't know. Maybe they have decent weapons on them, and they can, batter up the enemy before they get to you. Or I don't know. I guess it would be like, yeah, I guess it could be like a little roadblock, So that's kind of cool. The enemy does not get to make any charge reactions against a counter charge, but otherwise all normal charging rules and bonuses apply. So, okay, very cool. All right. Next thing, experimental weapons. So Hawkland rifle. Okay, so we're gonna go into their actual rifles. Hawkland rifle is a long rifle with a handgun, a range of 36, and a sniper special rule. If I remember, it's sniper means that you can target people in a unit, or characters in a unit. It's just -1 to hit, on top of other modifiers, right? So, okay. Repeater handgun. Repeater handgun is a handgun with the multiple shots, 3 special, so it can shoot 3 times. I don't know the range in that one. I'm sure we'll find out. Repeater pistol. Repeater pistol. The pistol with 3 shots special rule. It can be combined with a normal pistol following the brace of pistols rules, in which you get 4 shots total. That's pretty cool. Grenade launching blunderbuss. Let's check that out. 18-inch range, 6 strength, armor piercing, mover fire, slow to fire. So it is pretty strong, but you can't move and fire, and it's slow to fire, which, if I remember correctly, I think that means that you can't stand and shoot with it. Let's double check that. Let's go check over here real quick at the table of contents. Move or fire, or was it slow to fire? Cannot be stand and shoot. All right, exactly what I thought. So get back to it. Next thing is going to be pigeon bombs. Pigeon bombs have a range infinite. Actually, I don't know. I mean that's an infinity sign, isn't it? Strength 4, armor piercing, slow to fire as well, so you can't do a stand and shoot. Okay. I guess we'll find out that's the range thing, or maybe it's just it can go anywhere. When a master engineer declares he's going to be using a pigeon bomb, nominate any enemy model with the line of sight, roll a d6, and consult the chart. Oops, just center a small round template over the master engineer and resolve the explosion. Ouch. Okay. Boom. The pigeon bomb has no effects this turn. Huzzah. Center the small round template over the target's model and resolve the explosion. So it could be like a little mortar flesh stone throw. Not as strong, I guess, but yeah, not cool. Not too bad. So you have to roll a d6, and only on the 6 will it ever blow. 5 to 6 will it ever blow up. So it's a 1 in 3 chance that you're gonna do some damage with it. So yeah, it's a little small 3-inch template. Okay. Mechanical Steed. It's a movement 7, strength 4, toughness 4, 1 attack. War Beast, 6 plus natural armor, and D3 hits. Pretty cool. Okay, now we're getting to the Generals of the Empire. Our general is weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 5, strength 4, toughness 4, initiative 6, 3 wounds, 4 attacks. Special roles: hold the line. If a model with this special role is in a unit of state troops, the unit rolls 3d6 for any break tests and use a 2 low score. So basically, it's like cold blooded for lizardmen. Kind of cool. What's next? Captains of the Empire is going to be your BSBs, your heroes. Weapon skill 5, strength 4, toughness 4, 3 attacks, initiative 5. Also has the hold the line thing. Battle wizards. Let's see what we got here. Am I recording here? Yes, I am. Okay, just double checking. Wizard Lord would be strength 3, toughness 4, so a little bit tougher. Use spells from one of the 8 lores. See, I always thought that was kind of solid. That you can use all 8 lores. Pretty cool. Warrior Priest. These guys are kind of tough. Basically, weapons go for strength 4, toughness 4, 2 attacks. Okay, so let's see their special rules. Warrior Priest can channel power dice and dispel dice in the same manner as a level 1 wizard. Cool. Righteous Fury, Warrior Priest, and any unit he is in has the Hatred special rule. I like that. That's really good. That's really helpful. Yeah. I mean, you put him in a unit like of Great Swords or something like that, or let's say, some kind of Knights or something. Unless you can't go on Knights for some reason. That's pretty powerful on the charge. Battle prayers, Warrior Priest. No, the 3 battle prayers listed below. Okay, so we got let's say augment spells, so it can help basically them in their unit. Hammer Sigmar, the Warrior Priest in the unit reroll all failed to wound rolls until the next phase. Damn good. Shield of Faith, the Warrior Priest and his unit gain 5+ ward save until the next phase. Really good. By the way, I don't remember what the old ones were, so I'm reading them again for the first time. And I don't really see people take Warrior Priests. I don't know why. Are they just too expensive? I don't know. The Warrior Priest, Soulfire, the Warrior Priest and his unit gained a magical and flaming attacks. This is really good for gets like stuff with regeneration or ethereal, something like that, until the start of the next friendly magic phase. In addition, when cast, all models in base contact with the Warrior Priest suffer a strength 4 hit. Models with demonic, undead, or vampiric special rules suffer strength 5, which ignores armor save. Pretty dang good. Alright, we got Archlectors next. Okay, they got Divine Power, Righteous Fury, and Battle Prayers. I don't remember what those are. Let's see, maybe we're gonna get them explained right now. Okay, maybe not. Archlectors, maybe Divine Power, Righteous Fury, Battle Prayers. I guess they got the same Battle Prayers, right? I don't see the. Let's pause this and see if we can find those Righteous Fury. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I messed up and missed that. Okay, so I told you I hadn't seen this. I'm pretty dumb. So if you look up here in the Warrior Priest, you have Divine Power and Righteous Fury right here. Divine Power is a level 1 wizard. Righteous Fury is the Hatred Will for any unit he's in. So, yeah. So Archlector is pretty good too. I kind of like the Warrior Priest, and they have the Battle Prayers too. So what's the difference between these guys? Are they just more expensive? Do they have more wounds? That guy has 2 attacks. The Archlector has 2 attacks. Leadership 9. I think that the difference is you can put the Archlector on a chariot or something like this one, right? So okay, so here let's look at here at the War Altar. So I don't think a Warrior Priest can go on here, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see here later on. So a chariot has a 5+ armor save, strength 5, toughness 5, 5 wounds. Large target, line of sight 5, stubborn. I like that stubborn. That's good. 4+ ward save, pretty good. All right, so the chariot has holy fervor. All Empire units within 6 inches of the altar have hatred. That's good. Any battle prayers cast by the model who's all right. So prayers within it. Okay, anybody who casts a prayer, it also affects units within 6 inches. That's pretty dang good. Especially at that reroll to wound one. Well, pretty much anything on there. I like all these prayers. The Golden Griffin, innate bounce spell, are level 4. You can cast Banishment from the Lore of Light. And I remember this because I played against my buddy, and Banishment was just like every turn D6, strength 4 hits, or something like that. But because I was undead, it was strength 5 or something like that. I don't know, it was terrible. I'm not going to look that one up, but it's a good spell. It's a good spell at level 4 that you can't miscast on. Okay, upgrades the Horn of Sigismund. Alter gains the Terror special rule. Pretty cool. Witch Hunters are good, by the way, guys. I already know this because I faced them, and they can snipe people out. So let's look down here. All right, magic resistance 2. So if I'm not mistaken, if you put the Witch Hunter, we'll double check this, in a unit where he has magic resistance, it'll give the unit magic resistance as well. But let's double check that. Model magic gains both, so they get bonus to dispel enemy spells. So you get 2 bonus dice, I'm guessing. I think that's what it is. And ward save. So in this case, it's +2 magic resistance. So that'd be a 5+ ward save against damage done by spells. So that'd be only for spells. This bonus. Okay, we got all that. If a character joins a character magic joins the unit, all models benefit from magic resistance. So pretty cool. So, I mean, that's pretty sweet. So if somebody else has a magic resistance 1, you get like a 4+ ward save against spells with those 2 characters. Really. Okay, so this is kind of interesting with the Witch Hunters. I remember this from when I played. And they've got good stats. 4, toughness 4, 2 attacks. Well, I say good stats, or decent stats. Blessed skill 4. Accusation. After deployment, before the first turn begins, select a single model in your opponent's army to cure of heresy. So you're going to accuse them of being a heretic. And this Witch Hunter's primary quarry. The Witch Hunter may reroll all failed rolls to hit against that person. So every hit he inflicts on that model also has a killing blow special rule, even if you're from a shooting attack. So this is really strong. I like it. I like it if I'm playing Ember. I don't like it if I'm not. Finally, a Witch Hunter may also choose to shoot a primary quarry as if he had the sniper special rule. So they have sniper and they have killing blow. So this is pretty brutal, guys. That means that on a 6, if I'm not mistaken, when they're rolling to wound, they can kill. So let's double check that because, man, that's kind of tough. So let's see, killing blow. All right, if a model rolls a 6 to wound, they automatically slay their opponent regardless of the number of wounds on the victim's profile. So the killing blow is only effective against cavalry, infantry, cavalry, and war beasts. So you can't like kill monsters. So against like monstrous infantry, I think it would only count as 1 wound, and then ignores armor saves and regeneration. So that's kind of good. That's kind of good against that. So it won't like just go ahead and kill monstrous infantry or whatever, but it will cause an automatic wound. In other words, unless they have a ward save. Yeah, so pretty good. And then heroic killing blow. That's the one that you can use to kill monsters. Oops, wrong one. So let's get back to it. All right, Grim Resolve. That's the next thing. Witch Hunters and any unit they're in, they have the immunity to fear. Tools of Judgment. When attacking wizards or models with demonic, undead, or vampiric special rolls, close combat, they can roll wounds, failed rolls to wound. Pretty good. Pretty cool little character. I like it. What's next? I didn't even see. Master Engineers. Okay, so these guys are important for taking cannons and whatnot. But I do think cannons got nerfed a little bit, which is not the worst thing in the world. Okay, so Master Engineer, pretty basic stuff, just has 2 wounds, but his he can help you reroll stuff and stuff like that. So 1 war machine that is within 3 inches of the Master Engineer can use his ballistic skill, pretty good, or reroll 1 artillery die or scatter die during each shooting phase, really good, well worth it. So this artillery can determine the bounce on a cannonball, nominate which weapon, so really good. Stand back, sir, is the next rule. Master Engineer that is within 3 inches of the war machine is allowed to take a lookout, sir. Just as if he was within 3 inches of unit of 5 or more models of the same troop of himself. So if the roll is successful, it'll hit uh, the nearest friendly war machine. Oh, so it's actually goes against the nearest friendly war machine instead of him and his, I guess. Well, I guess it would be his. This was what he's next. So, in other words, he won't be killed right away, right? And they'll have to, shoot the war machine, and it's kind of good because that means that you won't be able to be targeted straight up as easily. Okay, what do we got next? Halberdiers. Strength, weapon skill 3, 1 attack, state troops, right? Okay, nothing special there. Spearmen, same thing. Swordsman, same thing, except you can add a captain. You can add a captain on all of these, right? Or what is it? Just yeah, captain. What else we got here? Bowman, crossbowman. Probably gonna be weapon or ballistic skill 3. Yeah, goes to 4. Nothing special. Handgunners. It's all pretty much the same stuff here, guys. Free company militia. Okay. Basically the same, except they have a leadership 6. They're probably cheaper to put on here. So models with this special rule can use the support fire or countercharge actions from the state troops special rule. So these are the guys that you put on the side, the flanks, and they'll help you whenever somebody else charges you and stuff like that. So cool. Huntsman is going to be your scouts. Okay. All right, so we have weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 4. It's pretty good. Ballistic skill 5 for the captain. I like that. Okay, not bad at all. Skirmishers. Next thing is going to be, what was it? Great swords. These are your elite guys. There's probably a special unit, I'm thinking. So they're stubborn. Yeah, strength 3, toughness 3. So they're going to have strength +2 strength on the charge, and then or in the first round of combat, even if they didn't charge, and then they're going to have +1 strength after that. So yeah, not bad. I think that change in the rules on great weapons is much better. Okay, leadership 8. Flagellants. I always thought flagellants were cool because basically they're like these guys that are immune to psychology and they carry a flail, I think it is, and they're just kind of crazy. Although I think they did have strength 4 before, or toughness 4, or something like that, and now they don't. Now they're frenzied, so they're gonna have 2 attacks each. They're unbreakable. That's very, very good. They're basically like undead. So they have the end is nigh, which means the end is near. So they're in base contact with an enemy at the start of any combat phase, the flagellants immediately sacrifice D3 worth of models. Casualties inflicted in this way are martyrs, and they do not count towards combat resolution. If at least one model is removed as a martyr, the remaining models in the unit gain one of the special rules listed below until the end of the current phase. The exact special rule that applies would depend on the number of models removed as martyrs. In addition, friendly units within 6 inches of flagellants suffer -1 to their leadership, except for other flagellants. So you don't want to put anything but other flagellants next to him, unless you have your like general nearby. I wouldn't put anything near them. Anyways, here's the D6 or D3. So on a 1 to 2, Fanatical Fury, they reroll all failed rolls to hit. Pretty good. And that's just not hate to. That's just like every round, I guess. Strength of the Penitent, they rerolled all failed rolls to hit and to wound, even better. And then Insensible to Pain, gain +1 toughness and rerolls all failed rolls to hit and wound. You want to roll a 5 or a 6? Basically. Okay. So we got the Sisters of Sigmar next. Basic stats. Leadership 7. They have hatred and immunity to fear. Pretty good. A unit of 5 or more Sisters of Sigmar follow the rules for divine power and battle prayers. So pretty good. They have the divine powers with their level 1 wizard. The battle prayers are the battle prayers from earlier for the warrior priests, and the archlectors. For every model that has 5 models in it, they gain +1 to their casting results. So this is similar to what I saw with the wood elves. I forgot, Sisters of whatever the hell. So pretty cool. So if you have like 15 of them, you're gonna get you'll get like +2 to your casting, but they're probably gonna be expensive. Here we go to the knights. Inner Circle Knights. They're going to be weapon skill 4, strength 4, toughness 3, attack, basic horse. Okay. That's the Inner Circle Knight. The regular Knights are just strength 3. Okay. Do they have higher leadership? No, same leadership, just higher strength. Not bad. Grandmasters. Okay, so it's going to be a lord choice. Grandmaster is going to be weapon skill 6, strength 4, toughness 4, initiative 6, 4 attacks, immune to psychology. Pretty good. Master of battle. If Grandmaster joins a unit of knights or demigryph knights, the unit gains immune to psychology. If he leaves, the special rules immediately lost. So he helps out quite a bit. Okay, let's see, demigryph knights. All right, so they're gonna be weapon skill 4, strength 4, toughness 3. I imagine they're gonna have like a lance. So it'll be strength 6 under charge. The demigryph itself is 3 attacks, strength 5, toughness 4, and initiative 4. Not bad. So, okay, Rake Scarred Knights. Let's see what these guys are all about. Weapon skill 4, strength 4, toughness 3. Cool, kind of like the Inner Circle Knights, except they're stubborn. Like it. I do like that. Rake Scarred Knights, Foot Knights. So they have Foot Knights. I think this is so cool because they did this with the Bretonians as well. So now there's Foot Knights. Means they're just on foot instead of on a horse. 2, 4, toughness 3, and they're stubborn as well. So pretty cool. I really like that. So now we have Pistoliers. It's gonna be your fast cavalry. Which I think fast cavalry in 9th edition, or Warhammer Armies Project is just great. Ballistic skill 3, so kind of low, but still, they're gonna be pretty strong guns. Outriders are good too. These guys are ballistic skill 4 and 5 with the champion, so a little better shooters. They're fast cavalry too, so they're gonna be more expensive. Imperial Dwellers. So this is new. I've never seen this before. So dwarf warrior, weapon skill 4, strength 3, toughness 4. Veteran strength 3, toughness 4 to attack. So it's just the champion. Okay, so here we go. They got Ancestral Grudge. They hate orcs and goblins, Skaven hobgoblins. Okay. Relentless. Entire units entirely composed of models with this special do not need to pass a leadership test in order to march, regardless of proximity of enemy units. So they ain't scared of marching nearby. Resolute. Models with this special rule roll 3d6 for any break tests in the first round of combat, and discard the highest dice. So taken in the first round of combat. So that means that only in the first round of combat. Not sure. Halflings. Now we got hobbits. Halflings, weapon skill 2. These are gonna be like slaves, guys. Yeah. Enemies attacking models for -1 to hit in close combat. So these are slaves. They just put them in there to reduce the amount of hits they're gonna be putting out. Use them like for a flank charge or something. I imagine they're super cheap, 2 to 4 points maybe. Imperial ogres. Okay, we got ogres now. That's just funny. It's fun looking. All right. So Imperial Ogres, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 2, strength 4, toughness 4, 3 attacks each, 4 on the brute. Okay, Ogre Charge. They do 1 impact hit on the charge. One of them are part of a unit rank. Add the current rank bonus to the strength of the impact. So you're gonna get basically 3 impact hits because you're gonna go 3 wide. I guess you could go wider if you want to, right? Usually that's the case with Ogre's monster symmetry. So let's say you have 2 ranks in the back. You're going to have strength 4 base. You're going to have 2 ranks behind you, so it'd be strength 6. So 3 strength 6. What's it called? Impact hits. So pretty cool. Ogre pistols. Ogre pistols follow the rules of normal pistols, but have a range of 24 inches. Cool. Great cannons. Ugh. Okay, toughness 7. War machine. Mortars. Toughness 7. War machine. Like a storm thrower. 12 to 48 inch range, strength 3 on the. It's going to be the smaller. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the mortar is the smaller. Let's go double check. See, it works as a stone thrower, right? Is that what it said? Stone thrower. Is that the large or the small template? I keep going to it. I don't even know why I have that open. Let's go over here. So let's go to stone thrower. Stone thrower. Multiple wounds. D6. So D6 multiple wounds on the center one, I think it is. On the center person underneath there, right? Damage stone thrower. Let's see. Okay. So the multiple wounds thing is only for the person model in the center hole. I just don't see. Do I see a template in there for you? Where the heck is the template? I think it's a small template. I'm not going to waste more time on this, anyways. Whatever, guys. It is what it is. So yeah, it's 12 to 48-inch range, strength 3 on the outside, and strength 6 in the middle. So this one has special rules. Not going to be strength 10. Armor piercing, multiple ones, D3. So this is actually different. My mistake. So it's a little like baby stone thrower. Hellblaster volley gun. This thing is brutal. Let's look it down. Okay, Hellblaster volley gun has the following profile and rules. Strength 5, 24-inch range, armor piercing. The Hellblaster shoots may fire 3 artillery dice worth of shots in your shooting phase, one dice at a time. If a misfire is rolled, immediately go to the the misfire thing, right? If a may not shoot result is applied, this only applies to the current artillery dice. So if you can't shoot on that certain one, you still have 2 more artillery dice to roll. So cool. If a malfunction is rolled, the only applies to the current and the next artillery dice roll. So the next 2. If this is the 3rd artillery dice roll this turn, the 1st artillery dice, the next turn is wasted. So it'll actually follow through to the next one. That's crazy. If destroyed result is rolled, all previously rolled artillery dice shots this turn are resolved before the war machine is removed. So at least you'll get to shoot it. So cool. All right. Hellstorm rocket batteries. Okay. Toughness 7. Hellstorm rocket battery has a following profile: 12 to 48 inches. I guess it's going to be kind of like a template as well. Yeah, like an ordinary stone throw, except you scattered 3 templates. Scattered 3 templates from its original position rather than 1. Weird. When scattering templates after the first, only the scattered dice is rolled. The result from the charge for the first roll still applies to all shots. In addition to all of them. So it works a little bit differently. Okay. War Reagans, I don't know what that is. So it's a chariot. It's 3+ armor save. Large target, line of fight side is 5. Strength 5 times 5, wounds 5. Mixed weaponry of a crew of a war wagon are mixed with their own experimental. Unlike other units, each crew model may choose to allocate their missile attack at a different target if they wish. Interesting. The crew also ignore the move or fire special rule any weapon they carry, in addition to the repeater handgun, Hawkman rifle. So cool. All right. I guess these are the 3 you can take, I guess? I don't know. I'm a little confused by this one, to be honest. Maybe I didn't sleep enough. I know I didn't sleep enough. Shoes. Mancatcher. A model with the Mancatcher has a killing blow special roll. So these are bundles and so these are different kind, guys. Hook, halberd, polearm. Against CA, cavalry, and monstrous cavalry attacks made with a hook halberds gain +1 to hit. Okay, so it's kind of like this. They all got different stuff on them, I guess. Ball and chain, it's a flail. Each successful is D3 hits. Okay, interesting. Here we go to the dreaded steam tank. Ugh, I hate the steam tank. It's a chariot, 1+ armor save, toughness. It's only toughness 6. If I'm not mistaken, it used to be 10. Maybe I'm wrong. But it has 10 wounds, and that sucks. So it's an animated construct now. I don't remember the rule for animated construct, so let's look that up here. So it has a random movement and has terror, steel behemoth. Let's look up the animated construct. Okay, probably the only animated thing. Animated construct have immunity. Okay, so they're immune to poison attacks. Oh wait, they have immunity. They have poison attacks, and they're unbreakable, but they can't march. Interesting. Okay, so it causes terror already. Has poison attacks. This is crazy. Alright, so Steel Behemoth attack. Steam Tech and its crew can shoot missile weapons with the move or fire special roll, even if it's moved in its movement phase. Okay. In addition, Steam cannot overrun or pursue a fleeing. It automatically restrains and is unable to perform combat reforms. Okay, so it has to keep going the way it's going. Steam points. At the start of your turn, declare how many steam points your steam tank is generating. This can be anything between 0 and 5. After you generate your steam points, if any, roll an artillery dice to see if the steam tank's boiler holds out. If the result is greater than the steam tank's current number of wounds, which is 10, it's greater than, or if you roll a misfire, roll a d3, and then for each steam point that the steam tank currently has, add 1 to the roll and consult the steam tank boiler mishap roll table. You can expend steam points in 3 ways: through the steam engine, the steam weapons, or the steam weapons. Okay, you can expend up to 3 steam points in each of these categories as long as you have enough steam points remaining. Any steam points left unused at the end of the turn are lost. So This is a little bit more confusing on how to use it. I haven't messed with it in years. The more steam points you expend in the steam event, the further steam event moves in the movement phase. Declare how many steam points you will expend in the steam engine at the start of your compulsory move subphase. If you choose not to expend steam points in the steam engine, that steam tank's movement will be 0 that turn, and it cannot move at all during the movement phase. For each steam point you use to expend, the steam tank's random movement increases by d6. Oh my goodness. So you can roll up to 3 dice, I guess. If the steam tank charges an enemy unit, it will inflict d3 impact hits for each steam point expended in the steam engine that turn. So you can do up to d3. So you do d3. Oh, so you could have like 3 d3 impact hits. You could have up to 9 impact hits. That's brutal. Okay. All right. Oh, let's take a look at this. So let's look at the thing here. This is the mishap table. Roll d6 on 1, 2. You cannot spend steam points. On a 3 or 4, you cannot expend steam points. On the steam gun, so one of the steam engine, the other steam gun. On a 5 or 6, you can't use the cannon. Okay, steam tank immediately loses d3 steam points with a minor leak. I'm not going to read all these, but these are all just it's just a lot of the stuff there. So this is bad stuff if you roll a misfire. Okay, all right. So that's all there's to it. The more steam points, the higher pressure. Okay, if only a single the steam engine is treated as having strength 2 breath weapon, which uses the engineer's commander's initiative. The strength of the breath weapon is increased by 1 for each additional steam point. So you get 3 steam points, and then you're going to be up to strength 5, right? Oh no. It would be strength 4. Okay, so not bad. And it shoots in 360. So like the other barrel, the steam gun can be used every turn. Pretty cool. Yeah, not bad at all. A steam cannon is a cannon, but instead of gunpowder, it uses steam. Let's see. Cannot fire this turn. You can't fire base-to-base contact with an enemy. Okay, if you spend a single steam point, the steam cannon can fire up to 12 inch per steam point. Okay. So maximum is 36 inches. All right, so basically it's a cannon. You can go up to 36 inches. You have to spend steam points. If the first artillery roll misfires, the steam cannon does not fire, and steam cannon immediately loses d3 wounds with no armor saves allowed. The steam cannon cannot fire a grape shot. Steam cannon is brutal. I hate it, but it's pretty cool. I would take one. Okay, so I would have to learn a little bit better and study those rules a little bit more, but it is a force to be reckoned with. Arcane battle altars. So it's a chariot, 5+ armor save, large target, minus 5, locus of power. Each friendly arcane battle altar on the battlefield at the start of the magic phase adds 1 to your dice pool. Luminarch of Hyesh. I actually played this one with my buddies. The last time I played Empire. It's a chariot, 5 wounds. Here you go. The Luminarch of Hyesh, and all friendly units within 6 inches have a 6+ ward save. Solheim's Bolt of Illumination, innate bound spell. It's a magic missile 36 inches. Called Strength 8 that has the multiple wounds, D3, and flaming attack special rule, and penetrates ranks in the same manner as a bolt thrower. Oh my god. Armor saves are not permitted against wounds caused by Solheim's Bolt of Illumination. If target has a demonic runs, unspecial or vampire spell, undead or vampiric special rule, all failed rolls to wound caused by this bolt are rerolled. So they really hate undead stuff. Man, it's gonna be tough because, well, you know what though, I'm not playing 9th edition yet. So special rules. Portraits about the Hurricanum. This is the Hurricanum. All friendly units within 6 inches reroll once when rolling to hit. Pretty good. Storm of Shemtek, innate bounce spell, 24-inch range. Direct damage spell. Place a small round template over a target and scatter d6. The result of d6 is also determined the type of storm. Oh, this is kind of fun. That is summoned. If hit is rolled, the template doesn't scatter. If the template hits a unit with a 5 special, it suffers d6 string 4 hits in addition to any other effects. Whew, okay. Sudden downpour, the target's pelted with rain. It's a bit soggy, but no damage, so it would still get d6 string 4 hits if you get a direct hit. It's pretty good. Our short template, all models hit by the template suffers strength 2 hits with the ice attack special rule. If you're not familiar, I remember this one. Ice attacks make you get always strike last. In addition, they suffer -1 to all hit rolls, both shooting and close combat until the start of the next magic phase. Shooting attacks that do not use ballistic skills are unaffected, so pretty cool. Raging Tornado. If a target unit lies beneath the template's center hole and is not engaged in close combat, roll the scatter dice and rotate the unit so it is facing that direction. If a hit is rolled, the casting player chooses that the hit. If a hit is rolled, the casting player chooses the direction. If by rotating the unit, it would come into contact with another unit or impassable terrain, simply rotating the unit as soon as it stop rotating as soon as it's within 1 inch. So that's so cool. That's a fun one. So basically, you would just like they would all be like, "What the heck? Now I'm facing this direction. What the hell?" Okay, so 4 to 5 lightning strike. The model under the template center hole suffers a string 6 hit. All other models hit by the template suffer string 3 hits. It's a lightning attack, which means no armor saves. Brutal. Meteor strike. The model under the center hole has a string 6 hit with the multiple wounds. D6 special rule. All other models hit by the template suffer a string 3 hit. So I'd almost say that, I mean, I guess this will be good against like monsters, right? But this lightning one's great for like cavalry or something like that, you know? Or anything with a good armor save. The Imperial Zoo. We have an Imperial Warhouse, which is basic stuff. An Imperial Pegasus. Where's it at? Okay, we have Imperial Pegasus, weapon skill 3, strength 4, toughness 4, 2 wounds, 2 attacks. Nothing special. But you can have some upgrades. Ironheart Hooves, rerolls failed rolls to wound. Swift as the wind, the Pegasus with the Swift as the wind rerolls any dice results of a 1 when determining its charge range. That's kind of cool. I like that. Imperial Griffins are next. Let's see. Strength 6, that's an upgrade, I believe. I think they used to be Strength 5. Toughness 5, Wounds 5, 4 attacks, Fly 8, line of sight, I guess. I still don't get the line of sight all that well. Strike Talents, the Griffin gains +1 to his strength in the turn it charges. So Strength 7, not bad. The Griffin gains Armor Piercing special rule. Pretty cool. So that's an additional -1 to your armor save. So almost like Strength 7. 2 heads, the Griffin gains +1 attack. Pretty cool. Blood Roar. Enemy units must roll an additional d6, discard the lowest result for leadership tests caused by the Beast Terror special rule. Pretty good. That'd be good for stuff that has low leadership to begin with. And is far away from its BSB in general. Okay, so Karl Franz, the Emperor of the Empire. The Elector Count. Whatever, right? He's a head dog. See what he's got. Movement 4, weapon skill 6, strength 4, toughness 4, 3 attacks. So basically normal arch lector kind of stuff, or lords, whatever the lords are called. Hold the line, immune to psychology. The Emperor must be your armor's general. His inspired presence ability has an additional range of 6 inches. Any model using his leadership may reroll failed panic tests. In addition, his hold the line special rule also affects Rakes Guards units. Pretty cool. He has a Calm Mirage, which, if I remember correctly, just ignores armor save. And D3 wounds ignores armor saves. It's brutal. And if I'm not mistaken, it's also a great weapon, so it's going to be Strength 6 in the first round, Strength 5 after that. Dragon Tooth, the rune. That's another Rune Fang, I guess, or another weapon. Yeah, so it says Calm Mirage is just a magic weapon. The Rune Fang that's the great weapon. I don't know. All hits from the Reichland Rune Fang will automatically ignore armor save. Brutal. That is brutal. Full plate armor. This armor allows Karl Franz to reroll failed armor saves. Yikes. Silver Seal gives him a 4+ ward save and magic resistance 2. So basically, he's going to have a 2+ ward save against magic and +2 to spell dice. So, man, he's gonna be tough. Then he has Deathclaw. That's his Griffin, weapon skill 6. So I think that's higher, if I'm not mistaken. Strength 6, toughness 5. All right, we got Kurt Helborg. This is actually who my buddy is. That's his lord in the upcoming campaign I'm playing. Weapon skill 7. Geez. Strength 4, toughness 4, 4 attacks, 3 wounds. Master of Battle, stubborn. All right, Emperor's Chosen. If he joins Rector, his unit may reroll failed break test as long as he remains in the unit. Magic weapons. He has a special Rune Fang, Grudge Settler. All hits from the thing wound automatically and ignore armor save. So he just has to hit. And with weapon skill 7, he's probably going to be doing that. Dawn armor. Full plate armor ignores strength penalties from attacks. Oh my goodness. That is pretty dang cool. So it just doesn't have any modifier from strength and armor from attacks and armor piercing. So armor piercing and strength don't affect it. So crit armor save can never fall below 3+. So he has a 3+ armor save no matter what. That's pretty damn good. Route of command. When you only the first time their character in his unit has to take a break test, they automatically pass it. That's great. Each unsaved wound caused by a crit hellberg is multiplied by 2 when calculating combat result. Yikes. This guy's scary. He is scary. One of the better characters I've seen. That isn't. I guess he's still a lord, right? So was he 3 wounds? Let's see. Kirk, 3 wounds? Yeah, he's a lord. So okay. Yeah, that was it on that one. Let's see who's next. So far the characters are solid. Ludwig Schwarzsellen. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Ludwig is weapon skill 6, 4 toughness 4, 3 attacks, 2 wounds. Okay, so he's a hero kind of guy. Carl Franz suffers a wound before armor save is taken, and Ludwig is in the same unit. Roll d6 on a 1, the wound is resolved as normal. But on a 2+, the wound is intercepted and relocated by Ludwig. If Carl Franz suffers more than 1 unit wound simultaneously, randomized between them to determine which Ludwig attempts to intercept first. No more than 1 wound can be reallocated to Ludwig. In this way, in each phase, wounds suffered by the Emperor in a challenge cannot be reallocated. It is a duel of honor, and Ludwig will not interfere. Okay, so the Emperor's Herald. If you take Ludwig, he must be your BSB. He can never be your general. So, okay, so he has a Sword of Justice. Okay. Attacks made with the Sword of Justice have the King Blow special rule. In addition, all failed to wound rolls with the Sword of Justice are re-rolled. Emperor Standard. The Emperor Standard allows all the rules for battle BSB except the range of Ludwig's hold ground is 18 inches. Really good. Volkmar the Grim. Weapon skill 5, 4 toughness 4, 2 attacks, 3 wounds, so he's a lord choice. There's a battle prayer, divine power, righteous fury, so it's basically like a warrior priest, or I guess Theogenist. So maybe he's more like a. No, I guess he has a warrior priest or an elector count, whichever one. Magic items, the staff of command. As long as he's mounted upon the war altar, right? Yeah, he's an elector count, I guess. All close combat made with the staff of command resolve their +2 strength. Other times it is. As long as it's mounted on the shrine or the altar of Sigmar, all close combat made with the or resolve +2 strength. At other times it's given +1 strength. So that means that it's only +1 if he's not on there. I'm not sure, to be honest. The Jade Griffin bearer regains 1 wound suffered earlier in the game up to their starting value. So I can regain 1 wound. Kind of cool. Balthasar Gale, I always liked this character. That he was cool. It's like a lower metal or metal wizard. So he is a level 4 wizard, uses metal, fly 9. He's on Quicksilver, which I guess is a Pegasus, lower metal. He has Alcahest, which is a it's a ranged weapon. Okay, so it's like a vial he throws and wounds any target on a 4+ strength. So it's flaming attacks, ignores armor saves, magical attacks, quick to fire. It's a pretty cool little shooting weapon. The Staff of Valance gives him +2 on all attempts to cast. Really good. And the lower metals is not anything to sneeze at. It's pretty good little lore. The Amulet of the Seagull gives him magic resistance 1, adds +1 to the magic resistance for each enemy wizard currently on the battlefield up to 3. So he can get a 4+ ward save against magic. Otherwise, I don't think he has an armor save. Or I guess he does have an armor save. It's just I thought he had like an armor molded onto his skin or something. Okay, we'll see. Oh yeah, so Cloak of Molten Metal. The Cloak of Metal grants. Okay, so against shooting attack, he has a 3+ armor save, and against magic, he has. You can have up to a 6 to a 4+ ward save. And I guess he gets some kind of armor save for being on a Pegasus. I have to look that up. Thyros Gorman, High Wizard of the Bright Order. He's a level 4 wizard. Just spells from the lore of fire. He's a lore master, so he knows all of them. I guess is my understanding. Thyros adds +1 to of each dice rolled rolled when determining the number of hits caused by the spells. So pretty cool. So if you roll 3d6 to determine how many hits, you're gonna add +1 to each one of those die. Pretty cool. Up to 7 each one. The Bright Sword, magic weapon. This sword gives +1 when rolling to wound as well as flaming attacks. Pretty cool. So it's like poison, I guess. And he has flaming attacks. I guess that makes sense. He's a fire wizard. Thyros adds 12 inch to the range of his spells. Oh, brutal. The Firestone of Agony. Once returned, Thyros may add 2 plus power dice, 2 power dice to casting one of his spells. Pretty cool. The Blazing Ruby, 5+ ward save, and immunity to flaming attack special rules. Pretty cool. I mean, he's just solid, and he's on a horse as well. So, and he's toughness 4. So, just a good little lord. Probably gonna be too expensive, but I gotta say, all of these characters are pretty solid. Boris Toddbringer, Electric Count of Mindenheim, 3 and 4, toughness 4 attacks, weapon skill 6. He has hatred to beastmen only, I guess. Weird. Hold the line. Boris has a hatred spirit against enemies with a leadership characteristic of 6 or lower, so it's not just beastmen. It's low leadership dudes. All right. All hits with the Runefang wound automatically and ignore armor saves. Oh my god, it's just so basic with them. Yikes. At the start of each playthrough, unless he has been removed from casualty, Boris instantly recovers any lost wounds, starting up to a total of 3. In addition, it gives Boris Toddbringer magic resistance 1 and immunity to psychology. It's just brutal. Marius Lakedorf. Okay. Weapons skill 7, strength 4, toughness 4, ballistic skill 5. I wonder if that comes into play. Hold the line. The mad count at the start of every friendly turn. Marius Later must take leadership on a 3d6, discarding the lowest result. If he passed, he'd behave himself, acts normally, otherwise he's got d6 things he does here. Let's see. He gets stupidity. I'll just read this real quick. Frenzy and can never lose it until he rolls on this table again. Okay. Paranoid delusions makes one close combat against a random friendly model. If not used, lunatic ravens instead. So you'll have stupidity if you can't do this one. Tactically, every friendly unit with 12 inch may immediately make a reform maneuver. These units can still march, charge, and shoot. That's normal. Cool. Outrageous insult. The closest enemy character Marius has the hatred special rule for the rest of the game. So this effect has no effect against immunity. So this is actually good for the enemy. And same bravado Marius is treated as having a roll the berserk rage results as a frenzy. Additionally, he has stubborn special rule and must accept any challenge until he rolls on this table again. So he'll get frenzy and he'll be stubborn and must take challenges. So okay, interesting character. A little bit crazy. Mothers of Ruin, the Avaran Runefang. 2 hand weapons, all hits from their Avaran wound automatically, no armor save. Surprise. Aldebrand Ludenhof. Aldebrand Ludenhof. I'm learning some German, guys, so I speak a little bit, but not great. Just know a little bit. Okay. Aldebrand is weapon skill 6, dude 4 toughness 4 attacks. Hold the line. He has a hawk. The hawk may target models using the sniper special rule. Pretty cool. Target must pass a weapon skill test or suffer a strength 3 hits. Nothing crazy, but it's something, right? I mean, you might be able to get a wound in the character. All hits from that round. Ignore armor saves and they wound automatically. Sheesh. Valmir von Rokov. Okay, von Rokov. That's it. Valmir von Rokov. I tried it. Okay, so strength weapons go 6. So basically, electric count stuff. Cavalry hold the line. He has brain wounder. Okay, the Ausland Rubenfang. All hits ignore armor saves, wound automatically. The dragon bow, 36 range, strength 5, multiple shots, volley fire. Pretty cool. All right. Well, so that's probably the weakest character so far. Yeah. The other ones are pretty solid, I guess. Magnus the Pious. I just like that name, Magnus the Pious. Sounds pretty cool. Magnus the Pious, leadership 10. Are all of them leadership 10? I don't. This is 9. So Falmir is 9. Leadership 10. Street 4 toughness 4. Hold the line immunity to psychology. Leader of men, see Carl Franz. So he had to be your general, I guess. Righteous Fury, see Warrior Priest. Power Sigmar. Magnus Pious has magic resistance 2 and a 5+ ward save special roll. So I guess I think in this edition you have 2 different ward saves, if I'm not mistaken. So you have a 5+, you have magic resistance ward save, and then you have another ward save. Let me know if you know that. I don't really know that below. So I think I've heard something like that, but I'm probably mixing stuff up. In close combat, Magnus may make a special attack at strength 10 with the multiple wounds special roll instead of his normal tank. So that's pretty damn good. Oh man, that's brutal. Magnus, he has a heavy armor. Model detecting the wearer in close combat must pass a strength test before rolling a hit. Every attack directed at the target. So a strength test before each one. If the test failed, the attack is lost. So attacks do not roll to hit that do not roll to hit are unaffected. So that's kind of a crazy roll, man. I just like these characters; they're really good so far. So we got a leader of the, I guess, a scout leader. Yeah. Weapon skill 5. Let's skill 6, 3, 4 toughness, 3 attacks. So he's a lead. So it's like a lord choice for scouts. Interesting. Monster Hunter models with the special roll. Reroll all failed rolls to hit when shooting at monsters. Really cool. Wolf Hearts Hunters. Your army includes marked as Wolf Heart. One unit of hunters may be upgraded to Wolf Hearts Hunters for +2 points per model. It gains Monster Hunter, and say reroll his hits against monsters, and immunity to psychology. So these are guys that are monster hunters, period. The Amber Bow, longbow, all shots fired by the Amber Bow result in strength 4 against monsters. The bow always wounds on a 4+, pretty cool. Unless it would normally need a lower result and has a D3 wound special. So man, these guys are brutal. Pretty dang brutal. Alright, Luther Huss. I always thought Luther Huss was cool ever since I started playing Warhammer. I remember my brother had him and just thought he was a cool character, even though I don't think he's that expensive or anything. Just I like the name. I don't know. Battle Prayers, Divine Power, Righteous Fury, regular Warrior Priest stuff. Chosen of Sigmar. Luther has a 4+ ward save. Pretty good for a small character. Must declare the Haunter Strength power at the start of the close combat. Roll D3. Luther adds this number to his weapon skill, strength, toughness, and attacks characteristics until the end of the turn. Pretty cool. So he can roll a D3. So that's to his weapon skill, strength, and toughness. So he can be toughness 7 or strength 7. He could be literally strength 7, toughness 7, weapon skill 8. So that's kind of crazy. Fiery Demagogue. In addition to the Hammer of Sigmar, Shield of Faith, and Soulfire, Luther Huss also knows the following battle prayer: Unbending Wretchedness. Luther Huss and his unit gain stubborn special roll at the start of until the start of the next friendly magic phase. Fulton, Champion of Sigmar. That's the next one. Okay. All right. He's a special character. Weapon skill 6, but a skill 5, 4 toughness 4, 2 wounds, 4 attacks. So basically a hero. Against the odds, enemy units can never gain the combat resolution bonus points for attacking the flank or rear in a combat involving Fulton. In addition, Fulton and any unit he leads have stubborn and immunity to psychology. Pretty good. Wounds inflicted by Fulton in close combat are counted towards the Empire combat resolution. Let's try that again. Wounds inflicted by Fulton in close combat are counted towards the Empire combat res score of any combat within 12 inches of him. So he actually adds to other combats, not just the one he's in. Fulton may never be your general. So that is a really interesting rule. Really interesting. So I like it. Yeah. I mean, he's not going to do a ton. I mean, he does have 4 attacks, but hey, maybe 1 or 2 might either tie you or help you beat an enemy. So that is a pretty cool thing here. Fulton has a 5+ ward sub. He's killed. Take a leadership test from at the end of that phase. If he passes, his astounding strength of will allows him to ignore the wound and continue fighting. He remains alive with 1 wound. The wounds that killed him are discounted. The effects of combat res are worked out after your turn whether Fulton recovers. So that is a cool roll. I mean, so if he recovers, then that means that those wounds are lost? I don't know. This rule does not apply if he is fleeing and is run down by charges, pursuit, or is killed by slain by killing blow. It's an interesting little character. So we go with Heirlooms of Magic. I'm pause this real quick, guys, because I'm frying and my fan is not pointing where I want it to be. Much better. Runefang, 70 points, magic weapon, general of the Empire only. I knew it was going to be this, basically. Automatic, wound automatically, ignore armor save. Mesa Hellstrom, 50 points. Great weapon. Instead of attacking normally, the bearer can choose to forfeit all of the attacks. Oh, this is that brutal one. Basically, almost like a cannonball. So, um, you make a single special attack. So it's only one attack, but it's strength 10, D3 wounds. And they're friendly attacks. So this is for like your monster hunter kind of guys as well. Armor is good if you're going against ogres or something like that. Sheesh. Armor meteoric iron. So it's +1 armor save, and a war plus is 6+ for 40 points. That is just solid. Helm of Skaven Slayer. The Helm Slayer gets a 6+ armor save and the fear special roll against models from the Skaven. Causes terror against them instead. However, all Skaven gain hatred while attacking the wearer. So that's a double-edged sword on that one. But then again, Skaven have low leadership, right? So, Shroud of Magnus, 60 points. It's a 5+ ward save, magic resistance 2. In addition, any unit joined by the character wearing the shroud have immunity to fear and terror. So pretty cool. Von Horstman's Speculum. Okay. Oh, I remember this one. When the wearer fights in a challenge, he must swap the weapon skill, strength, toughness, initiative, and attack history on his profile with his enemy, but not the enemy's mount if he has one. So the wearer fights with the enemy's strength, toughness, initiative, and attacks, whilst the enemy fights with the wearer's strength, toughness, initiative, and attacks. So this is super interesting, guys. You could have like a basic BSB or something, and then let's say you go up and you accept a challenge or something, and he don't know you have this. Yeah, you're going up to like against a bloodthirster or something. You basically swap stats. That's kind of crazy. Wow, this could be really, really instrumental. But if you're, yeah, you better keep it secret. So, interesting. You must up all the duration of the challenge, not just so it's only during a challenge, guys. So you want to challenge dudes, right? So pretty interesting. Aldred's Cascade of Sorcery, 35 points, bounce spell, power level variable. So at the start of each phase, the bearer may remove and capture one randomly determined spell of the enemy wizard within 12 inches. Roll a 4+. The bearer can then cast. Interesting. At the start of each bearer, remove and capture. So that means that the enemy loses that spell. 12 inches. The bearer can cast that. The bearer can then cast that capture spell in any of his own magic phase by releasing it from the casket, just like a bounce spell, whereupon the spell is removed from the game. So you can only cast it once. Any number of spells may be captured by the casket, and the bearer can cast each once, either over several magic phases or all at the same time if they prefer. The power level of the spell cast by the caster will be equivalent to the normal casting power of the spell. So that is super interesting. So basically, you could capture a spell, and you can do them all in the same magic phase if you want to. Of course, you have to have enough dice to cast them, but geez, a 50-50 chance that you can take an enemy's spell, that alone is pretty powerful. 35 points, and that's every magic phase. I've seen other stuff that's not as strong, guys, and it's only once per game. So, sheesh. Really interesting. Ring of Volans, 20 points. Ring of Volans, one use only, bounce spell, power level variable. At the beginning of the game, choose one of the 8 lords of magic from the book, and generate a spell from it as if the bearer was a level 1 wizard. The spell is bound with the Ring of Volans, is automatically cast with a power level equal to the normal casting value, no power dice required. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. I like that. I mean, that would be good just for any little direct damage spell or something that just gives you like hatred if possible or something like that, or whatever. It's a good spell. For being automatically cast, that's just amazing. The Imperial Banner, the magic standard, all units within 12 inches of this banner roll 3d6 for the leadership test and discard the highest dice. Really good. I don't know about that point standard total, but 85 points kind of high. But yeah, the Griffin standard, 50 points. The unit bearing the Griffin banner doubles any combat risk granted from having extra ranks. However, the unit carrying the Griffin cannot pursue a fleeing enemy, must hold their ground instead. So, I don't know. Maybe worth it. All right. Now we're going to go into points, guys. Looks like we're doing a little better than usual. Usually I take a little bit longer. See, we're at 34, 35 minutes almost. Okay. That's just because I know the Empire a little bit better. They're a little easier to look through. Okay, so a Halberdier is only 6 points per model. Pretty good for having somebody with a strength 4, you know. Weapon skill 3 is not high, but still. You can have a magic banner of 25 points. You can add armor to them. Give medium armor. There's a 5+ armor save, and then so for 8 points you can, or 9 points, you can have these guys with strength 4, toughness 3, and they're gonna be 9 points per model with 4+ armor save. So not bad, not bad. No, for 4+ armor save when they're getting attacked from the front. So it's something, right? So halberdiers, not too bad, and they're state troops, so I guess that you can do that thing where they're like a detachment. Okay. At least I think so. I could be wrong about it. So Carl Franz, good old Carly Carl, is 320 points, and that's including his stupid mount. That's just super cheap, I think. Oh no, I'm stupid. So Carl is 320 by himself. That makes sense. And then it's 210 points to add Deathclaw. So you're talking 530 points. That sounds a little bit better. Still pretty cheap to put him on a Pegasus as well. And you may swap Runefang for Galmaraz. So you can't take both of them. You have to do one or the other. I don't know. You let me know which one y'all would y'all rather have the thing that ignores armor save? And I can't remember what the other one was. Let's go check out what the see. Gal Maraz. We're on page 245. Let's go back. You know what? It's probably gonna be either just a Carl Franz. Maybe not. There's like a million Carl Franz references. Okay. All right. Let's just forget about it, guys. Let's just go back down. What was it, 280 or something like that? 40. Here, guys. If I can get my mouse to work. So you can take one or the other, guys. You can go back and look at that if you'd like. I don't want to go crazy on this. Okay. So yeah, I mean, the ignoring armor saves and wounding automatically is pretty dang good, but it's only gonna be strength 4. So, I mean, what you gonna do? You know what? I'm gonna pause it, and I want to see what that other one is because I don't remember off the top of my head. Okay, guys, so actually a little bit different. So if you look at the Galmaraz, it's hits from the Galmaraz wound automatically with the ignored armor saves and multiple wounds, D3 special rules. Whereas the other one, the Runefang, is all hits from the Runefang wound automatically and ignore armor saves. So this one you get D3, so it's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better for 30 points. Yeah, I would take the Galmaraz. It's just much better. Let me get back down to the points. Okay, so we're back here. Here's good old Kurt Helborg, 310 points, rightfully so. The dude is badass. I mean, he's a solid character, guys. Just a solid. I mean, I'd say he's probably the best character aside from Carl Franz. Yeah, I would definitely take him. Balthasar Gel, I don't know if he's worth it. I mean, he seems kind of fun to use, but his points is just pretty expensive. I mean, although he does come with a Pegasus, but still, he's going to be getting targeted a lot. But, I mean, he has 3 wounds, right? He has a 3+ armor save against shooting, but, I mean, I think you can do stuff to kill him. Folkmar the Grim, I don't remember everything from every single guy. I'm not gonna be lie or anything, guys. You can put him on the War Archer for 150 points. I mean, the War Archer is cool, so might not be bad to take it. Cyrus Gorman, 370 points. Dang, he's more expensive than Carl Franz. Yeah, level 4 wizard. I mean, he was a cool fire wizard, though. I will say that. I do think all of these guys are pretty solid characters, better than most armies. I will say, there's not a character here except for maybe like one that just had like nothing special. I forgot what his name was. Forgot which one it was. But yeah, all of them are pretty solid. 205 points, 220 points. I'm not gonna go over those guys because I'd like to say I remember everything, but I don't. Magnus Pius was pretty cool. 275 points. Yeah, let's get down here to the basic stuff. General of the Empire is only 100 points. Weapon skill 6. Leadership 9, strength 4, toughness 4, 4 attacks. You can put a great weapon on him. You can put a pole armor. I mean, you could put that strength 10 D3 wounds thing on him, and it's 70 points. Pretty solid. He's got good ballistic skill. Ballistic skill 5. You can put a handgun on him and take shoots every turn. There's just some pretty damn good options here, guys. Put him on a Griffin for 175 points or a Pegasus for 30. And put Barding on the Pegasus. That's kind of, or I guess that's on the Warhorse. So, man, again, there's just really like some really good options with the Empire. I think Wizard Lord 165 points. That's basically gonna be a level 3. Level 4 for 210 points. I mean, that's just solid. It's pretty dang solid. Put him on a war horse. You can put him in a unit of knights. Of course, you can blow up your units of knights. Put him on an arcane war altar for 100 points. It's not bad. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's the one that gives you like those 3 prayers you can do, or the buffs. Um, yeah, just solid. Lords. These are gonna be your regular lords. That's so crazy. They have these many different types of lords. They got the wizard lord, but I guess most armies have that too. Because even the Skaven, when I was looking at them, they have like a plague priest lord now too, which is pretty cool. Even like a master molder lord as well. So you have the full plate armor, barding. I mean, you're gonna have 1+ armor save. And put them on a demigryph knight, demigryph for 35 points. I mean, string 5 toughness 4. I mean, just sheesh. I mean, that's just cheap. You put them a unit of demigryph knights with the grandmaster in there, that could be a pretty hard hitting little unit as well. Architecture is 100 points as well. You can put them on a war altar. Give them a great weapon. I mean, they should have 4, but yeah, it's actually kind of low, I think. But yeah, you can just show some stuff you can do. It's still decent for 100. I think I would rather have just an empire. Yeah. I'll just get a regular general guy instead, probably. Yeah. Gotta sneeze. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, I had to do that, guys. Trust me, man. The older I get, the harder I sneeze. Just like my dad. Okay, 100 points. Basic stuff. There's a war altar. What is the war altar? Oh, I guess you can only have 1 war altar. No, looks like 0 to 1. Yep. Yeah, the war altar's solid. Kurt, was it Ludwig Schwarzhelm? Okay, so Ludwig was a guy that would come and take wounds for Karl Franz, and basically his little bitch boy. Yeah, except for when he's doing a challenge, if I remember correctly. Marcus Wolfhart. That's an awesome name, but this was a scout guy. I like this guy. I really do like this guy. I think it's kind of cool, and I guess he wasn't a lord choice. He's just a hero. So, just a really cool monster hunter guy. Luther Huss, I think, was cool. There's a thing where he can go up to string 7, toughness 7, weapons go 8. He's solid for 155 points, I think. Fulton was the basic bitch guy, I think. Oh, he's the guy that. Oh, no. He was actually pretty good where he has +1 to the combat res for any units within 12 inches or something. Then he can come back on 1. But like for 260 points, that's super expensive, guys. I mean, he has a 5+ ward save, if I remember correctly. And he has 2 hand weapons, so he has 5 attacks, actually. So, I mean, he looks kind of fun to use, but yeah. Captain of the Empire, it's only 80 points. It's 60 points plus a BSB at 85 points. You always want to take a BSB. I'll tell you that much. Just unlikely that anybody won't. That was a weird sentence. Battle Wizard, 65 points. It's going to be a level 1. You can make him level 2 for 35 points more. So 110 points is going to be level 2 Wizard. You can put him on a Warhorse for a little bit more. It's pretty solid. Give him that Ring of Volans. I got to say the Ring of Volans was a really cool, or the casket one, the one that steals spells, and then you can cast them. That's probably my favorite magic item, aside from that Strength 10 D3 wounds item. I see when it comes to the arcane item or talisman, whatever it was, that's probably the one that stood out the most. Warrior Priest is only 70 points. I mean, they got medium weapon, hand weapon. They got the prayers. You can put a shield on them. You can put them on a horse, I think. Can you put them on a horse? Yeah, you can. A war horse with barding, so that's what, +2. Do you get a bonus for being mounted? I don't remember if you do. Let's say you don't. +1 for the war horse with barding. You get medium armor. That's a 4+ armor save. And can you put a shield in? So I guess a 4+ armor save. Oh, yeah, you can put a shield in, so 3+ armor save. So I guess you cannot do a 2+ armor save unless the warhorse counts +1, which it might. I just might be wrong on that. Master Engineer is only 45 points. I would definitely take one if you're taking a cannon. And it probably helps out with the other stuff too. So just really, really interesting. Mechanical Steed with string 4, toughness 4, so that was kind of cool too. I think they were a little bit slower. There's movement 7 instead of 8. The Witch Hunters, 45 points. Come on. You can put 45 points and you can snipe guys. It's just crazy. Yeah, that's just crazy. I mean, that's just a solid little hero. Character mounts. Here's all the character mounts. Mechanical Steed. Yeah, movement 7. Like I said earlier, weapon skill 1. So he's not gonna be hitting much, but he's gonna be hard to wound. So, I mean, whatever. Here's the upgrades for the Griffin. Pretty cheap upgrades. I think honestly, out of all of them, I would probably take the try maybe the extra attack. Have 5 attacks with the Griffin instead of 4. Uh, I don't know. Don't remember all of them. Anyways, Ironheart Hooves. Those are the upgrades. I don't remember exactly what they do. Halberdiers are only 5 points per model. Pretty cheap. Strength 3, toughness 3. It's going to be strength 4 with the pole arm. Just why not, right? So you can put medium armor and 5 plus armor save, plus shields, 4 plus armor save. I mean, 4 plus armor save guys with strength 4. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's a good little. It's gonna be like Stormvermin. I played Stormvermin that's recently, and that's what they had. So, and you can make them save troops, right? So you can have them on the sides. Spearmen, 4 points per model, just super cheap. I mean, you can use pikes. I don't remember what the difference between spears and pikes are, but you could do that if you want to. Swordsman, 5 points per model. Nothing special here except they would get like a dodge save if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so there's that. I kind of want to see what those halflings are worth. Handgunners are 8 points per model. You can give a Hawkman rifle. Okay. Oh, that's only one guy, right? So that was a cool rifle. I think it's like strength 6 or 5 or something like that, 36-inch range, something like that. You can have them all wear light armor for half a point more if you want to, which I don't even know why you would do that. Crossbowmen, 8 points per model. Nothing special here, guys. Archers, 6 points per model, just pretty cheap. Just some good shooting options here, guys. Free. You can make them. Can you make them skirmishers? You can make skirmishers for 1 point per model. So that's kind of cool. 7 point. And they're skirmishers, and then go hunt down war machines and whatnot. So not bad. Free company militia, 3.5 models. Points per model. I'm sorry. Just super cheap, and yeah, I mean you can give them crossbows, pistols, or whatever, and just really cheap units for. I mean, 5.5 points, and then you have pistols. They have 2 hand weapons, so they have 2 attacks each, 3 for the champion, if you take one, of course. Knightly orders, 22 points per model. Full plate armor, that's a 3 plus armor save, plus barding, plus 4. So I'm guessing there's either 2 or 1. I'm not sure. Y'all can let me know in the comments. Plus 3 points per model extra if you're gonna do inner knight circle, which is. I believe they're just going to be, strength 4, toughness 3, and just a little bit better. I mean, which was not bad. Pistoliers, 20 points per model. They got medium armor, so they do have a 5 plus armor save. Not bad. You may upgrade a pistolier to an outrider for 10 points. A little bit better on that. Repeater handgun, 5 points. Okay, not bad. Special units, great swords, 8 points per model. They are stubborn. They're just a solid unit. I mean, it can be strength 5. On the first round of combat, strength 4. After that, with weapon skill 4, you can give them heavy armor, give them a 4 plus armor save. That's just solid. 4 plus armor save, and they're just decent weapon skill, decent strength. Race Guard Knights, you can only have 1 unit of those. 27 points per model, strength 4, toughness 3. Just solid. They're stubborn. Full plate armor. So they're gonna have a good armor save. You can put a nice standard. So you have the Rakes Guard's Foot Snipe. Oh yeah, they were actually Foot Snipes for Rakes Guard. So same thing, strength 4, toughness 3, 13 points per model, so half of it. Yeah. Okay, so here's something to note, guys. I didn't even think about. So if Karl Franz or Kurt Helberg are in your army, the 0 to 1 restriction is lifted. So you could have a whole big ass army of. I mean, they're gonna be special, but. Big arm, you could have a couple of units of these Rakes Guard Knights, maybe one on foot, one on horse. Here's the Huntsman, 10 points per model, 22 toughness 3, ballistic skill 4. So these are good little scout unit. I do think that's pretty solid. Just not bad at all. Flagellants, 9 points per model. You can give may swap flails for 2 hand weapons. You can give them an extra attack. So they're already frenzied. I'd say keep the flail, because if I'm not mistaken, the flail gives them plus 2 strength on the turn day charge. Just go look that up real quick and just double check. I wonder if it gives you anything after that. So it requires 2 hands, strength bonus. I know that. On the charge, it's incredibly destructive on the charge. So I'm pretty sure models with the attack made with a weapon that applies to the attack. This was committed. So I'm not exactly sure. Y'all can let me know if you know in the below. But like my understanding is that if it says it's only when it's in the charge, it's going to be so it's going to be plus 2 strength and then it's going to be as user after that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So they're gonna be pretty rough when they stream, but they're gonna be frenzies. So let's say you charge that turn, they're gonna be frenzies. So you might be charging stuff anyway. You'll be string 5 on the charge, and you're just gonna have a bunch of attacks after that, and then you can start rolling on that thing and seeing what kind of bust you can give these guys. So, and they're unbreakable. So, pretty solid unit for 9 points a model. Be interesting to take. Here's these dwarfs that you can take as well. And if I remember correctly, oh no, that was a slave. The halflings, yeah. So door is just another unit you can do. They have grudges and stuff like that. Reroll, or I think they use 3 dice or whatever when they on their tests or whatever. But yeah, nuts. I mean, you know what, guys? They have strength 4 or weapon skill 4, toughness 4. It's a solid model for 7 points. Come on, put great weapons on them. This could be a solid little unit. Shoot, actually, I changed my mind. They're actually pretty sweet. Halflings are a special unit. What the heck? So the halflings are 3 points per model, strength 2, toughness 2. I mean, I don't even know where you put they're just going to be like slaves, but it's hard for me to believe that they're actually a special unit. I mean, you can have a group of 100, or let's say you put 50 of them. That's 150 points, and I don't know. I guess you could. What does it they do? I think they do -1 for them to hit or whatever. It's -1 to hit because they're short and they're hard to hit. That's what it was. I guess you can put short bows on them. I don't know. I don't know if I would take them. The Imperial Ogres, 28 points each, 2 hand weapons, so they actually have 4 attacks each. That's my understanding. I mean, you could take a unit of 3 of these. This could be a nice little flanking unit. Or you could take a bus of them and see how it works for you. I don't know. And just hope that you get the charge off and you get like, let's say you get like a unit of like 9 of them, right? You're gonna be strength 7 on the charge. Sheesh. Wait, 1, 2, 3. So 9 of them would be 2. No, it'd be 3. I don't know, it's not strength 7. That'd be actually. Let's say you have 12 of them, then it'd be strength 7 on the charge. Yeah. So yeah, that could be something you do. I don't know if I would do that. The Sisters of Sigmar, that you need 5 of them. They're only 6 points per model, so it's actually only 30 points for them, and then of course you can add stuff, right? But like, that's not bad. That's not bad. Here's what I don't understand, guys. Why would you upgrade one to the champion for 1 extra attack and not just get another one for 6 points? I've been saying this before. I don't understand why you would. What's kind of cool is you can make them skirmishers, I guess, and they have hatred, they have facing Sigmar, immunity to fear, so you can make them scouts. I think maybe I would make them skirmishers, but they don't have any. They don't have any. They can be armed with bucklers, if I'm not mistaken. That's a gun. Let's go check out what is a buckler. Is that a gun? Will it show what it is here? Yeah, it will. I think it's gonna be like a handgun. Like a small shield. Oh no, it's just a shield. So it gives you a 6+ armor save and a 6+ ward save. So I guess for that little, I would put one on them just for the heck. And maybe light armor as well. You can make it 8 points per model, and then they'll have a 5+ armor save, and 6+ ward save. So yeah, I mean 8 times 5 of them, 40-point unit that could be your chaff. I would use them as chaff. I mean, they're nothing crazy. If I remember, they're the ones that add +1 to the casting, so I guess you could have a group of them. I don't know how. I'm not sure how I feel about them yet. I would use them as chaff for now. I don't know if I would trust a big unit of them. Outriders, 20 points per model. Ballistic skill 4. These are the guys that can shoot. Good fast cavalry here. Yeah, I would get the sharpshooter in this case. This is different. You got one guy that I would upgrade just to get the guy with the better ballistic skill. Get one of them a grenade launching blunderbuss for 5 points. That'd be kind of fun. Great cannons, 100 points, guys. And if I remember, cannons work differently. Let's go check it out. Maybe cannons. I think you have to roll the scatter dice now, not like before. Whenever you do a cannon, so it's not like they're not as direct as they used to be, and they have 48-inch range, whereas before they had 60. Oh no, they still do. So is it a great cannon? Yeah, it's a great cannon. So who's been hit? Let's see, firing a cannon. Cannons do not use the ballistic, instead rely on the cruiser, which is just incorrect. Amount of let's see. Choose a target, blah blah blah. Next fire. Once the marker has been placed, roll for scatter using the scatter dice. See, I like this, guys, because cannons were just so OP before, and they'll still be great. They're just going to be a little bit not as good. They got nerfed a little bit, but you know what? I hate going up against an Empire or Dwarf army or anything else with a cannon, and then or stupid butthole ogres, and you get a cannon, and then your dragon's dead in one turn. Like 500 points or something is just dead in one turn, or 300 points, whatever it is, just dead in one turn just because the cannon is too damn precise. So honestly, I don't hate that. So all right, next thing is a mortar. Mortar's 100 points. It's like a stone thrower. Honestly, I'd probably still take a cannon. So yeah, it's not gonna be as precise, but cannon's still pretty solid. Rare units gonna be Demigryph Knight, 60 points per model. String 4 toughness 3 for the knight. I mean, just solid. Full plate armor is gonna be 3 plus armor save. Plus shield of Guardian is 2 plus 1 plus armor save on these guys. Um, and then a monster that has string 5 toughness 4, and then yeah, they're gonna be hell. They're gonna be hell. So Hellblaster Volley Gun, 100 points. I mean, this is just gonna be too powerful. Um, yeah, I would definitely take. I'll take a Hellblaster and probably take like a engineer or whatever. Hellstorm Rocket Battery 100 points as well. War Wagon 120 points. I'm not exactly sure about this. I guess it's a chariot. I mean, they have a bunch of different stuff, but I'm not sold on this. This seems kind of weird. I mean, I do like the armor save is 3 plus, but still. Steam Tank. 250 points. I think it used to be more expensive, but Steam Tank I would definitely take. Just too fun. The altar seemed pretty cool too. It's got that. I would take probably the Celestial was pretty cool, but I think the Luminarch was a little bit better. Right? Well, maybe I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't remember which one was better, but they're both solid for 20, 30 points. Either one's solid. And that's it, guys. That's my review of the Empire Army book for Warhammer Armies Project. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have anything to add, please add it in the comments below. Shoot me a thumbs up if you like my videos, you're enjoying my content. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you so much. I have fun looking through this stuff. And let me know if you have any recommendations for the next book. Cheers, guys. Have a great one.